Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Outback Quarterback Podcast. It's the Week 17 review, if you can believe that, going into Week 18. And I'm going to look at the boys now because we're already both on screen. All three of us are on screen.
It's nice.
Yeah, no Jimbo. So we're just running the old two-cam setup right from the start.
Let's hope I hope we don't screw it up, Kurt.
That's right. You know how paranoid I am about this not recording. I can see the red light, which is good. I can see on the monitor that it is recording.
Oh, if not, we're all on holiday, so we'll just stick it out.
Just do it again.
Record it again this afternoon.
Speaking of holidays, how was your Christmas, Dos?
It was very nice. Thanks, Curtis. Pretty quiet. Round to mum and dad's for lunch and saw the in-laws on Boxing Day in the morning. So, no, it was a nice couple of days.
Did you get any presents?
Did get some presents,
What did you
yes.
get?
Did you get that new T-shirt?
This is not a new T-shirt. This is an old T-shirt, actually.
Oh, you keep it in good nick. I was always a guess. I like going to the shops a couple of days after Christmas and picking, that's a new shirt, that's a new shirt, that's a new shirt.
Oh, everyone else wearing
Everyone's proudly displaying their
spending
new
Muscle
stuff.
Cat's money again.
No, not me. No. Although this is a new shirt.
Yeah, this is a new shirt.
Yeah, what'd you get, Dos?
What did I get? Well, not for Christmas, but I did jag I finally got a Raz win.
Merry Christmas, Dos.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my choice out of 3 jerseys. One was a Tyreek Hill Miami, which I feel like has been passed
Always
through
razzed.
here.
Got like 4 of them floating around, I'm sure.
Did it
4 and the rest.
Did it smell like Muscle Cat Studios? It's definitely been
It
here.
was actually
I
Whitey's.
think it's one that Whitey he's decided to razz it after wearing it at the Super Bowl show. Drake London and Nico Collins. So I grabbed
grabbed Collins.
I grabbed the Nico Collins Texans one, which arrived on Christmas Eve actually. So
Wow,
Oh,
it's
nice
a Christmas miracle.
I got to get a little photo of that and we'll put it up on our page. What else? Clothes like you mentioned. So
Very
some
nice.
active wear, gym gear.
Ooh.
And,
He is a gym fiend. Hawley, what about you? How was your
Yeah.
Christmas?
Christmas was good. We're at my cousin's house.
Yep.
Played golf on Boxing Day. Actually, I'm not great on the 17th at Kionga, if anyone knows it. But
Okay.
I hit this perfect draw just right of the bunker down the hill. that
Sounds
was
beautiful.
my Christmas present.
Wow,
Curtis.
wow.
It was
Happy Merry
unbelievable. I
Christmas.
don't think you might not have ever hit one of those before.
No, I hit plenty of slices of
Slices,
hooks.
yeah,
But,
gotcha.
well, yeah, mine are hooks, not draws. Yeah,
Are you off 3 yet?
Like 4.5.
Whoa, what's
Oh.
going on here? Are you on a mission to 3 handicaps?
No,
getting down.
no, I'm just at 4.5.
He's getting to 0.
4.5.
I've been at four-
I thought you were on more than that. That's amazing.
I've been at 4.5 for like a year, a
Wow.
bit more maybe.
Wow.
I don't play enough to get any better. I actually wanted to play tonight or this afternoon. I might go to the range this afternoon, but I'm playing tomorrow. So this break is where I usually get my handicap down a bit, and then the rest of the year just kind of stays steady.
Just blows out.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty
boys, I had a terrible Christmas.
well. Oh,
Yeah.
Terrible Christmas.
No, it was a fantastic Christmas. I gotta say, but it looks like I'm losing that fantasy final, Hawley.
Oh yeah.
It was looking so good until yesterday.
Yeah.
Then CMC
Nugget
went
messaged and
crazy.
he's like, I think Kurt's got it in the bag. And then I had a look. I was like, I really don't think he does.
Yeah.
Like this is before the CMC game.
Yeah.
The one that killed you was is it Tongus? How do you say? Is it
Oh, Tonjes.
Yeah.
Jake
Kittle
Tonjes.
Yeah.
But in saying that, you got very lucky with Bowers being out
Mm.
because TB had Bowers, you had Mayer. If
Yep.
that was reversed, then Bowers probably had 20 and Mayer didn't have anything. So
Yeah. Yep. It was a brief period of hope there, especially because I haven't touched my team. Like that's the remarkable thing. I've literally not done a thing to that. And I don't know, I was wondering yesterday, would it annoy you guys more if I won it when I was pestering you for trades and being overactive? Or would it annoy you more if I won it when I hadn't done a single thing to it and I just lucked
it
into
does. It wouldn't bother me if you touch your team or not. What bothers me is that, like, I scored like 450 more points than you, and you made the final and were possibly
rough.
going to win it. That's what annoys me about fantasy football.
It's rough. Well, look,
I feel that.
oh yeah, same for you, same for you,
Yeah,
Dos.
that's top of the table all year, breaking records.
Bounce
out first
out.
week of finals.
Oh,
Bounce
We've
out.
all been there. I mean, I've told the story before, but last year, 2 years ago against
Second
Modern
year.
Maniacs, all of our enemy in fantasy football, I was dominant all year, and then I was going to win it in the last game of the year until, with 12 minutes to go in the last quarter, they pulled Aaron Jones. He literally needed 6 more yards. He needed 6 more yards, and he'd carried the ball 6
Well, it's
times
the
in a
same-
row,
it's
and then they pulled him off.
It was the same as this year because it was quite a low scoring. I think that year, or in the keeper best ball that we play, over 200 is a good score.
Yeah.
And you were consistently 220, 230 every week. And I think that game was like 150s, 160s
Yes,
in
it
the
was.
championship. Oh.
It was
All
a
the
rock fight,
championship-
Dos. I got beaten in a rock fight.
Well, I had a look at all our
was a low
9
week
divisions. It was a low week of
It was a bad
fantasy.
week
For
for
those that made championship, because a lot of people that made the championship game didn't have Derrick Henry, for
I was just
example.
going to say, yeah.
You know, a lot of them. I mean, Puka's still to play today, and there's some Atlanta guys today with Bijan and Drake London. But outside of that, it's been it's been a low week for fantasy championship scores.
It always seems
across
to be
the
that
board.
way. I don't know why.
Last year-
Well, you got
year
players
wasn't.
out injured.
Oh, last year
and-
wasn't?
No, last year was good.
Okay.
But yeah, this year's been real slow.
Yeah. But hey, I say all that to say TB, if and when he does win, is a deserving winner.
Oh, you never know.
and Nevhead was stiff last week. Like, I shouldn't have beaten Nevhead. So, boys, I know you listen, so that's a shout out to you.
Puka could go down injured in the first quarter. Stafford could ball out, and you end up winning.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to get on with my day and just see what happens. This is, of course, brought to you, this show, by Coast and Smoke. For the new year, I've gotten into barbecuing, boys. I've gotten into barbecuing. You've seen the new Barbie out the back. About 3 nights in a row, I've been grilling stuff out there and using the rotisserie. So, and I have been using Coast and Smoke dust. I use the what is it? Popwinkle, periwinkle dust, or I've forgotten the name.
Are
of
they
it.
all spicy?
Which one? The K-pop?
No, not K-pop. It's the yellow one. I have to check the name of it, but it was very good. I had it on the potatoes. They're not all spicy, Hawley. Some of them are. You can't go near
Because
those.
I've been barbecuing a little bit lately as well.
Really? What have you been doing?
Barbecuing.
Yeah, but what specific? Just
Meat, mostly. What else do you barbecue?
yeah, be
Steak.
less
Well,
specific.
you can throw some veg on and
T-bones.
stuff like
I
that.
threw some T-bones on the Barbie last night.
Oh, nice.
So I need a little something to...
Well, mate, I'll give you some. I got plenty.
Cool,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Very
I
good.
had the porterhouse last night as well.
Yeah, DOS.
On the Barbie?
200-gram porterhouses. Put the rip on it. Dusted it over the top.
Nice.
Little bit of olive oil. Just let it sit.
Was it good?
Room temp. Seared it 2.5 minutes each side.
Oh yeah, let it rest, DOS. Get those juices
Rest,
going.
5-minute rest. Yeah, it was good.
nice lean cut.
That's it. Lean cut.
For those only listening, you
Lean,
just squeeze
lean,
DOS's
lean.
bicep.
And DOS tensed as I squeezed.
It's a natural reaction. You can't.
Can't get it in the wrong side. There
Well,
we go.
look, Outback is the code if you want 10% off Coast and Smoke. Outback's also the code for 4 Bros Coffee, DOS. Now, I ran out a while ago. I'm desperate for some more 4 Bros. My mum's got some, so I'm going to raid her pantry and steal some of
Okay.
hers. But 4 Bros, 15% off. They've been looking after us. They've been really good to us. So if you want some coffee for the new year, get around them. Suburban Brew, we've got our Super Bowl show coming up really quick. We're going to start plugging that. In the next couple of weeks, tickets will be on sale. So I'll be meeting with the Suburban Brew boys as soon as they have opened the doors again. Well, I mean, the doors are always open there, but as soon as they're back in the administrative side of it, I'll be there. We'll be planning it 9th of Feb, Monday, 9th of Feb. Save the date, Super Bowl day. Come and watch it with us. And, of course, Wayne Phyllis Kia. Go down and check out a Tasman in Ranella. Matt and the team are great people. All right, we have had a heck of a week of football, boys. We started at Christmas, DOS, well, Boxing Day for us. And it was, it was a bit of a disappointing slate on paper. The games were sort of close.
No, they weren't.
Well, sort of. I mean, 2 ended up within 1 score.
The Chiefs-Broncos game had a bit of juice towards the end of it.
And who would have thought with Chris Oladapu?
Juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll rattle through them very
outside of
quickly. Of course, we'll start with the Broncos, who defeated the Chiefs 20-13. Oladapu, he waited 4 years on the practice squad to get his start, which is amazing. Good patience. Normally, they bounce around to about 7 different teams. The Vikings beat the Lions. This was extraordinary, 23-10. Do you know how many net passing yards the Vikings had, DOS?
Not many off the top of my head. I
Least
think it
ever.
was about 50 or 40.
That's how
No,
many
no.
he threw. He threw
Oh,
for
Like 17
that,
or
but
something.
net
wasn't it?
passing yards was 3.
Oh, after
Three.
this.
Oh, was it only 3?
3 because he got sacked 7 times and lost 48.
Maybe the previous record was 17.
3. Yeah, 3. And they beat them by 13 points. So that's where the Lions are at the moment.
Remember when we all agreed Dan Campbell was under pressure at the start of last year? Do you think he's under pressure now?
I actually don't know. I don't think he is. I reckon he's got so much goodwill there that he gets another crack next year. And I feel like
He gets
they'll
another
bounce back.
crack next year, but what if this happens again next year?
Then he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sorry. To your point, I think going into next year, he is under
Yeah.
pressure, but I don't agree that he was under pressure at the start of this year.
I said at the start of last year anyway.
Yeah, I
so-
know. 2 years ago. The Cowboys defeated the Commanders 30-23. Bill Jakoski Merritt for Commanders. He had 105 yards and 2 TDs from 11 carries. That's a big day for them. But it feels like a wasted season for the Cowboys. There was potential there, and it just got weird and lost some games.
Yeah, they lost to Arizona. That was
Yeah.
a Monday night football game, wasn't it? And they lost some other pretty ordinary games
They
too.
they've got their first round pick, don't they, Dos?
Dallas, yeah, and Green Bay.
Washington, I mean.
Oh, Washington have got their own pick. Yes.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
it's not wasted. They're going to get a really good pick.
I was talking about Dallas.
He was talking
Oh,
about
you say Dallas. Oh,
He's
sorry.
on his notes. Look at
Yeah.
flicking across.
I'm
Typing
not-
them up, are you? Just starting now?
He's too
notes.
busy looking at Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson stats. Where's he going next year, Hawley? All
I
right.
don't think it matters.
Texans Chargers 20-16. Big win for the Texans. Boys, I was at church and the Mario Kart's WhatsApp was going crazy.
Oh, Nugget and Whitey. Nugget was losing it.
The defense is great, and then the next text, these guys suck. I can't believe
Ref's
it.
fault.
Yeah,
Stupid pass interference call. What's CJ Stroud doing? He's an idiot.
that's right. Oh, great pass, CJ. It was a roller coaster, Dos. But they look pretty good. Very briefly, when the Texans are good, they look really good. They've got some faults, but eight wins in a row now. They sacked Herb 5 times. They're a real chance, Dos.
They sacked him 5 times, and they had another 4 sacks that were on penalties. So Herbert got smashed in this game, and he still nearly carried the Chargers to victory. If it wasn't for Gadsden fumbling on the goal line, that was an interception. Then there was a couple of other ones.
Yeah.
You know, that receivers drop passes, man. Like, he nearly carried them to victory, Herbie. He did everything he could.
And what Nugget said on the group chat was probably correct. This Houston team only needs to put up 20 points.
Correct.
Yeah.
If they can put up 20, then the defense probably wins them the game.
No, that is true. I've got a stat about Herbert being sacked, which I'll talk about later when we're talking Broncos. But I'll leave that till then. The Packers and the Ravens, 41-24. Derrick Henry, the decline's not here, boys. 216, and this was after last week when we said, why didn't he run the ball in the last quarter? Why didn't they give it to him?
Why didn't they put him on the field?
216 yards and 4 touchdowns. He has gone over 200 yards 7 times in his career. That's the most ever.
Yeah.
Most ever that's happened. I mean, the guy is unstoppable when he's given the ball.
He's
36 carries.
We
Holly.
talk about running backs and declining, and he's only 31. So he could go for another couple years.
He's got 15 more years the way he's going. I can't believe
You called
it.
the decline at like 27 as well.
I think it was the first thing
He's
I
had
did on
some-
the show.
He's
First,
had
I
some of
think that
his
was the
best
first
years
podcast
since.
episode, wasn't it?
That is my worst call by Countrywide.
Like he's about to tick over. If he has a good week next week, he goes over 1,550 yards. Maybe he could go over 1,600.
Yeah, it'd be 1,600.
1,600 yards, probably a TD or two. 1,600, maybe 18 TDs for the year,
And
averaging over 5 yards a carry.
And that's a quiet Derrick Henry year.
And that's
Like, we have not spoken about Derrick,
Nah.
you know, because of the inconsistencies with the Baltimore Ravens offense
Yep.
and Lamar Jackson being out. And we've not spoken, and this is a quiet year for Derrick Henry because he hasn't had 2,000 yards. And this is we'll look back on this when he retires and he's in the Hall of Fame, and we'll look back on that season and go, man, he was age 31 and he's still almost 32 and he's still banged out 1,616 touchdowns in a season.
Well, he started off with 169 and 2 TDs.
That was the
against
Buffalo game, right?
And then after that, I think we all thought, oh, here we go. He's gone 23, 50, 42, 33 yards. So I think we all kind of thought, everything's slowing down now in Baltimore. But he proved us wrong.
Yeah, I'm gun
Downhill.
shy now. I'll never declare his career over, even when he retires.
No.
I still think there's a comeback coming. Buccaneers and Dolphins, 20-17. The Dolphins won that. It's 4 straight losses for Tampa Bay. They've lost 7 out of their last 8. For the Dolphins, it was Quinn Ewers' first win. We'll talk more about the Bucs later when we're previewing Week 18. Steelers and Browns, 13-6. What a win for the Browns. This is huge for the Steelers, obviously because it sets up a game with the Ravens this week, and it's a win and in, which is one of the 2 of those games, which we'll preview. But the DK Metcalf suspension, that cooked them. That really cooked them. They lost Calvin Austin with injury. Their lineup was Frymouth. You know, he was leading the line, and hasn't really reached the potential we thought he had in year 1. So to have no Austin, Darnell Washington, another tight end, got hurt.
Broken arm.
Yep. And DK, I mean, it was stupid when it happened, but it hurts even more looking back now when you lose to the Browns.
It's just the Steelers, isn't it? Like they got rid of George Pickens to bring in DK.
Yeah.
They're one idiot for another. And now it's cost them. But hey, Mike Tomlin gets his 9-win season.
Yeah, well done, Mike.
I think we'll talk about it. I think they lose next week.
Yeah.
Especially without DK. Because like you said, there's just, that last throw that Rodgers had to the corner of the end zone. It was classic. Or if DK was there, he's probably big enough that he catches it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't there.
That is extraordinary. Another thing that's extraordinary from that game is Shedeur Sanders was 3 years old when Rodgers had his rookie year in the NFL, and he just beat him. Seahawks 27-10. They win that one. Darnold has had 2 consecutive seasons with 13+ wins. Do you know the other names who have done that, Dos? Or Hawley, you go.
I'm guessing Brady, Breeze, Rodgers.
Not Breeze, Brady,
Manning.
Rodgers, Manning, and another Green Bay.
Favre.
Brett Favre. So that's pretty good company. Time to make it count, Sammy. Speaking of making it count, we'll preview the Panthers later on.
Well,
what the
yeah.
heck are they doing?
And he's
Bryce is looking okay. 54 yards in the pick.
That's the Bryce we know and love, isn't it?
Yeah, he'll have 280 and 4 TDs this week. You watch.
Panthers defense played pretty well in this game.
Mm.
You know, it was just the fact that unfortunately they turned the ball over on offense.
Sheer weight of opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it's I mean, we're gonna preview
we'll talk
we're gonna
about this.
preview the Bucks and Panthers, but man,
Save your exasperation, Doc.
this Seahawks defense is so good.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
can't wait to
he's
see
gonna
him up against the 49ers offense this week.
Well, talking fantasy, you did have Carolina's leading wide receiver on the weekend, Jalen Coker, had 2 receptions for 16 yards. Surprised that couldn't get you over the line.
Do you know what his supporters are called? People who like Jalen Coker?
What?
Cokeheads. A bit like your Winter Olympics podcast upcoming. Ice Addicts.
Ice Addicts. Coming to a screen near you.
Going to
soon.
Muscle Gap Studios soon. Bengals 37 defeated the Cardinals 14. Nice stat for Trey McBride, even in a big loss. He had his 119th reception of the year, which makes it the record, for tight end.
Yeah.
He's sitting like 5th or 6th in receptions and... Oh, no.
Pass accurate.
Yards. I think he's sitting 5th or 6th in yards this year overall.
Yep.
And I think he almost has most receptions in the league.
He's
Close.
had a
Close
big
to
year
it.
and another disappointing year for the Cardinals. And it's so
Yeah.
Bengals, 37 points when it doesn't matter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's so Bengals. Who cares? Junk time, Dos, I believe you call it. This whole
Yes.
season's been junk time for them.
Well, it has been, unfortunately. Arizona, I know they bent. I mean, Kyler Murray went on IR, but effectively, I think if they were in contention, he'd be playing.
Yeah.
And he'll be traded this offseason, so that'll be a fascinating piece as to see where he ends up. But
I like that.
the Jacoby Brissett,
Confidence as well. Yeah, he'll be traded.
He's right, though.
no, he will be.
Yeah.
The Jacoby Brissett,
To the Raiders.
Imagine.
and they got
That's
pick
where I'll
one.
go.
And they got pick one. So we'll see what happens. That's another interesting storyline next week. The Brissett thing sort of had a bit of fun about it, but it's sort of has petered out towards the last 5-6 weeks of the season, hasn't it? Really?
It was always
He's
going
been
to be right.
reasonable.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's numbers, but it's
Yeah, nothing's really.
He's
counting.
solid.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's solid. Giants 34, speaking of junk time, defeated the Raiders 10. Gino for the year has had 19 touchdowns to 17 interceptions, a passer rating of 84. That's one of the worst full season quarterbacks we've seen for a while. One guy,
Yeah, because usually they get dropped.
Yeah.
They don't usually get that far. Yeah, it's such a good point. Worst full seasons we've seen.
and if they lose or tie this week against the Chiefs, which is not an easy proposition to lose to them at the moment, then they get the number 1 draft pick. They've got their hands on it at the moment. So Eagles and Bills, what a weird game this was. The Bills didn't score till the last quarter, 13-12. The Eagles won it. They were up 13-0 for most of it. Josh Allen becomes the fastest in both age and games played to get to 300 touchdowns in this game.
Impressive.
But his form and the Bills' form is so up and down. It's so up and down. We'll talk about how worried we are about them in just a second. Rams and Falcons play later today. The 2 games that I missed were Jags 23 defeated the Colts 17. They're the first team in 30 years, DOS, the Colts, to start 7-1 and miss playoffs. And then the Saints...
And trade out their first 2
Oh,
first round picks.
that
over the
may
next
go
2 years.
that may go down as one of the worst trades we've seen in a long
It was
time.
unlucky.
In
Sauce-
hindsight.
It was unlucky.
Sauce
unfortunately.
Gardner's had a pretty good record this year.
1-7 and 1-7.
One-
He's got
Is that
He went
right?
1-7 to 1-7. Mind, he hasn't played in half of the
Nah.
second lot of 1-7s.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
But still.
That's so unlucky.
Poor fella.
Poor bugger. And then the Saints, 34-26. Tyler Shuck, he's in the conversation all of a sudden for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
This was the
No,
best
he's not.
game in the early slate.
Genty's got it.
Who?
Ashton
Nah.
Genty's got.
I thought the favourites were Tet and
Chet
Shuck.
McMillan.
Yeah.
I think Genty has to go close.
I don't think, well, maybe.
He's had he's going
He's in
to
the
end up
conversation.
12 or 1300 yards.
Is that how many? Okay. Well, either way, I don't think Shuck will win it, but he is being talked about now. And it's extraordinary because they've won 4 games in a row, boys. They're 6-10. That's something that we never would have thought they got to get them off that shelf.
They might be coming off the shelf of shame next week, depending on
We didn't think they were going to get. What was their line? 2.5 wins.
4.5.
I think
I was
we
at
all
4.5.
between us predicted 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And they've
Yeah.
gotten to 6, which is a huge win in Kellen Moore's first season, particularly where
Yeah.
they were at the halfway point. And with us all saying, why did they
Boise
draft
State.
Shuck? You know, they've done well.
Well, it looked like, and the good thing for the Saints now is that they look like they have their quarterback. They've got
That's
their
right.
guy behind center, so they don't have to come into this draft thinking, the Tyler Shuck thing didn't work, Spencer Rattler didn't work. Now we've got to go back and look for another quarterback in the draft. So
Yeah, they can start building other positions out.
yeah,
And just that Tet McMillan stat line, 929 yards and 7 TDs. So he's up there.
Genty's forecast for 1,210 TDs.
yeah, but he's 2 wins on the season for the Raiders.
I don't know
I'm
if
not
that
giving-
matters for offensive rookie, does it?
Yeah, well, I'd like to see.
That's
He hasn't
stupid.
had enough games where he's had any impact though. He hasn't had any games where he's
Tet
won
had 6
games.
yards on the weekend.
Sorry.
Tet had 1 reception for 6 yards on the weekend.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can
That's
I-
one game.
Can I blame Bryce?
Absolutely. Well, we can blame the offensive line.
Yeah, no, I know. Oh, I'm not saying that Genty's out of the convo. I think Tet will win it. I think followed by
Genty
Shocking.
ends up with 13 to 1,400 yards.
Well, there's a
Tet
case
ends up
there.
with 1,000.
Fair enough.
there's definitely a case there. The Rams and Falcons later today, I said that. But let's get into our 3 biggest talking points of the week. And the first one, going back to that Eagles-Bills game, 13-12. How worried are we about the Bills? I've asked this a couple of times throughout the year because they're a team over the last 4 years, boys, who they still seem to carry those psychological scars when it matters. And I've said it ad nauseum, so I don't want to repeat those points. But Allen hurt his foot against the Browns, Doss. Good enough to play, but he's not 100%. And then he's out in there in the scrap, the slop, the wet. He looked fumbly. He didn't look himself. Got going late with a couple of rushing touchdowns and showed some grit, which he always does. When they're good, they're great. When they're bad, which is happening probably every second week at the moment, or for the last 2 weeks now, they're really bad. And this is a formula that's prone to difficulty in playoffs, right?
Yeah. I mean, the defense held the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles didn't complete a pass in the second half of this game.
They still only a one half team.
Why didn't we go to OT? Why are we going for a 2-point?
Because they're trying to win they're trying to win the division. I understand.
Why don't we go to OT if you're against a team that hasn't scored a point or completed a pass in the entire second half? Trust your defense to continue that, and then your offense has just gone down the field 2 TDs.
Yeah.
I think it was stupid coaching.
Yeah, I thought they might have gone the overtime and gone with that too, Hawley. And by the way of concern on the offense, I'm about a 6 out of 10 for the Bills.
Okay.
At the moment.
As in you're 60% worried?
Yeah.
Okay.
More often than not, the offense has performed well this season. And
Sure.
in the AFC, the Bills' offense, when it's on, is the best offense in the AFC.
Yeah, but that's a massive if. That's
No,
the problem.
well, I mean, there's been 4 games this year, I think, where they've been bad. The Dolphins lost, the Texans lost, the Eagles lost yesterday.
Yep.
And then the Falcons lost earlier in the season in Atlanta. Remember that game?
Are you talking just offense? Because I'm talking the team as a whole. Because if you look at the last few weeks, like they didn't score too late against the Eagles at all. And I know it's a rain game, and maybe that's why that played into OT. That it's an absolutely physical scrap fest. They didn't want to go another 15 minutes.
And if
I
Josh
get
is
that.
hurt, they don't want to risk him.
That's right. But they only squeezed past the Browns the week before that by 3 points.
Yeah.
And then the week before that, they beat the Pats in a good one. So, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, and some of the play calling in this game from Joe Brady didn't understand. Like, I didn't know in a wet game, heavy game, late December, why James Cook isn't getting fed the ball. Get your big bodies on the
Leading
field.
rusher of the year.
Get your tight ends. I don't.
League. Yes.
And we've seen when the Bills win, they run well. James Cook has really good game. You get Ty Johnson, Ray Davis, and then you got Josh Allen in there as well. So the running game is at its when the offense is humming, their run game is really good. But yeah, Josh Allen limping around on a bad ankle. He took some bad sacks in this game as well, which put him out of field goal range, and their kicker had a poor game as well. Had the fumble, but I just didn't like the way that Joe Brady structured the offense to play against this Vic Fangio Eagles defense. And it has happened probably too much this season. I went through those games, and you've mentioned the last few weeks for the Bills, and we didn't see any chunk plays, I should say, outside of Brandon Cooks coming out of nowhere like it was 2016, and Shavers jumping up and juggling a catch on in the red zone as well. But I just didn't get a lot of what they were trying to do yesterday on offense.
I loved when Brandon Cooks made that big play because you looked at his celebration and he was steely, he was living it up, he was showing off, and I'm like, man, he might have none of those left.
Yeah.
Is that
That
you know
could
what
be
I mean?
his last catch.
Yeah, and I always think when I think that stuff, I think of you because you've played, footy at a high level. I'm like, did you know when it could have been your last goal? And did you go, yeah, I'm going to celebrate this more?
That's what Brett Lee always said, right? He said, why do you celebrate so hard? And he always said, because that might be my last wicket. So I'm going to celebrate it.
The lawnmower.
The lawnmower, yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Hawley, Bills, do you think they can go all the way or not?
Oh, I think they can with Josh Allen, and we probably say that every year.
Yeah, he's
but
the X factor.
he hasn't done it yet. So whilst we do say that, yeah, okay. The only other part to it is a lot of the big guns aren't like, so Paddy isn't there, so he's got more of a free run to get through to the Super Bowl and to win it. That's what gives me a little bit of confidence. But the way they're playing, they're 11-5, and I feel like they've played like an 11-5 team.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think when their record was a little bit better, they'd won their last 4. They were 11-4. You thought that was a bit overs.
Mm-hmm.
I think they sit as like a 5, 6, 7 seed at the moment.
The Eagles are an 11-5 team. Do you think they've played like one? Because
I think they're a lot
struggle
worse.
to read.
I
those
think
guys.
they're more like a 9-7 team at the
They're
moment.
still eking out these.
They're
these
just there,
wins.
aren't they?
Yeah,
Man.
they are there.
Their defense is really good.
Yeah,
And they've got enough talent there on offense.
Carter back helps.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Carter was huge in this game. He had the
Yeah.
big sack on Josh Allen. He had blocked the extra point as well, got the big pour up. He was fantastic in this game. There were 3 plays late in the second half. The Eagles' defense, James Cook got absolutely drilled, came down, almost landed on his head, and then the ball came out. He was down. The next play, Jalen Carter blows up the interior of the Bills' offensive line and nails Josh Allen.
Yep.
And then the third and long, it's like a screen or a short pass out to Khalil Shakir, and Reed Blankenship just comes from the second level and just absolutely levels him. And it's just like, man, that Eagles defense, like when they come to play, they really come to play, and they're really good to watch too. And I think, they're going to get home field
It's actually
at the link in, and we saw last year they had the snow game.
Yeah.
If the Rams end up with the seed, they have to go there. You're going to have to go and play Philly in the cold at the link, and it's not an easy place to go and win in January.
Mate, they were 8-2.
Yeah.
They lost 3 in a row to get them out to those 5 losses. And I think maybe that's where we've decided, they're not that good.
Yeah,
But
is
now
that just a patch or is
they've
that
come
them?
out, they've beaten Raiders, Commanders, Bills. I imagine they'll beat Washington again going into this week. They're not a team that I think anyone wants to play against
No, probably not.
through playoffs, especially in the Super Bowl. Like if I'm the Pats and I come up against Philly in the Super Bowl, I'd be pretty worried.
Well, let's talk about another team in the NFC that you don't want to face in the Super Bowl, and that's the San Francisco 49ers. They just beat in a shootout, a classic 42-38. They beat the Chicago Bears in San Fran. Purdy was the first guy to throw a pick six, a touchdown, and rush for a touchdown in the first quarter ever in the history of the
There's
sport.
one of those ESPN stats
It's a
for
great stat. It's a great
and his
stat.
dad was sitting on the left-hand
Yeah.
side of his mum, and that is why that stat is so
Yeah,
remarkable.
Brady did it with his dad on the right side as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
Still, that's a hell of a first quarter from Brock.
There's
Oh,
only
but-
one way to do it, and that's throw it on the first play of the game.
That's right. BCB, as Dos calls him. But big win, massive win for the 49ers. The Bears are a team that can go toe-to-toe with the best. They've proven that over the course of the season. But we're not talking about the Bears. The question I am asking, boys, is are San Fran the most complete team in the NFC when they're firing? And I'll run through a few things for you. Last 3 weeks, they've scored 127 points, 37, 48, and 42. They've got something that's very important that we've seen with the Chiefs over the last few years, well, through their successful run. And that is some random guys who pop up when the stars aren't there or when the stars, are being blanketed by others. Demarcus Robinson randomly pops up sometimes. Tonjas, who we were talking about before, he randomly pops up with some good plays. Juwan Jennings
He was good yesterday.
is very often better than we think. So maybe he is just a good player. Even, Kendrick Bourne and guys like this just seem to pop up when they need to cover injuries and things like that. They also had a previously very stingy defense, which is now DOS giving up a bit more over the last few weeks.
There's a lot of
these shootouts.
personnel missing, yeah.
Yeah, definitely personnel missing. But injury watch for guys like Kittle, Trent Williams as well, another one on the weekend. Keon White got injured too. There's a lot of moving parts here. Some I'm convinced about, some I'm not. But does it all spit out that this is the most convincing NFC team?
Or convincing. They're not on defense, but on offense right now, man, when you've got Kyle Shanahan calling the plays, a healthy Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey that is having a fantastic season. And the 49ers have been a team that we haven't spoken about a lot on the podcast this season. They had one of the easiest schedules coming into the season. So they've played a lot of bad teams over the course of the year, and they're not generally not been games where they've been either on prime time or they've been games that have been close where we've gone back and had a look at. I think they had one early, the TNF game earlier in the season against the Rams where they decided to throw it on fourth down and they lost that. The 49ers won that game. But outside of that, like they've been really good considering no Nick Bosa on defense. Fred Warner has missed a large portion of the season. Michael Williams, their first-round draft pick, also has missed a large portion of the season. This was meant to be a year where they offloaded a whole bunch of talent in the offseason. They got rid of expensive contracts. Brandon Ayuk has not had any impact on this season at all. This was meant to be a quote-unquote gap year, if you want to call it that. And Brock Purdy has once again saved this front office in San Francisco. They say he saved them when they went all in on Trey Lance, and he's again saved them from what was looking. A lot of people at the start of the year, their line was 10.5 wins. Most people took the under, thinking, oh, they're going to win 10 games. They're going to win 11 games. And they've sailed past that. They're this offense, and I can't wait to see them come up against this Seattle Seahawks defense this weekend. It is going to be so fun to watch, to see how they handle the Mike McDonald defense, what the Seahawks dial up there. But, man, you mentioned no George Kittle, and then Trent Williams you lose on the first play of the game, basically. And Brock Purdy just goes to work, and he's on an absolute heater at the moment, and it is fun to watch because he's healthy, and when you get a healthy Brock Purdy, it's good for the San Francisco 49ers, but it's good for the league as well.
It probably was a gap year halfway through the year. They were 6-4 with Mac Jones, a few injuries on the offense.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, Brock Purdy's come back. The offense is healthy, and all of a sudden, the defense, like you said, still isn't that healthy. But they just got things working, and they've won 6 in a row. They're sitting 12-4. And so is this week's game, does this decide the winner of the NFC? The top seed? Or has Seattle already got?
Yes, it will.
Oh, because San Fran have the tiebreaker, don't they?
Yeah.
Because they beat them week one.
It's a win and win the conference.
So this is a massive game.
Win division and you get a first round bye.
Yep. Oh, this is huge. Now.
Yeah, we'll preview them later. It is a massive weekend. Let's go to one more question, which will segue beautifully, Dawson, into some work you've been doing behind the scenes. My question, with Drake May, with the Patriots winning 42-10, no losses on the road, by the way, for the Pats this year, which is incredible. There were all sorts of stat lines that he had, Drake May. What was it? He had 19 of 21, 256 yards, 5 touchdowns. The ESPN stat Hawley, first player with 90%.
It was the highest rated game by a quarterback, or the highest rated ever QBR, 99.8. It's pretty much as high as you can go.
With their dad sitting on the left-hand side of the map. Yes.
But a lot of players have done it with a dad on the right-hand side.
That's true.
But
many.
He had a 99.8, which is, there's only 5 other games they've ever recorded 99.8. And of those 5 games, Lamar Jackson has 3 of them.
Wow. Wait, so sorry, that's not the NFL passer rating. That's the
ESPN.
other.
No, that's the
total
ESPN.
QBR from
So they rate
ESPN.
I must admit, I don't know that stat well. I always go the NFL one, which is like out of 150.2
so
or whatever.
this one is 99.8, which has happened 5 times previously. Colin Kaepernick has one. Carson Palmer has one.
I was going to look Carson Palmer's
Carson
featuring
Palmer.
versus the Bears.
And then Lamar Jackson has 3 of them.
Oh my
2 in the
gosh.
same season, actually.
Wow. Okay. Well, it was an
So
extraordinary.
it was a game. It was a game, Drake. Well done.
Yes. And the question is, does he now pass Matt Stafford in the MVP race? Because I think Stafford was the favorite coming into this. He was certainly mine. I've been banging on about that all year, as I think, Doss, you've been in that camp maybe. Doss has got some stats on it from many, many listeners, but holy, is May on the back of that performance, and I will say ahead of Stafford playing today, is he the number one man now?
You know, I want to say yes,
Because it's the
obviously.
Jets, I know, and it's easy pickings, right?
Yeah.
Being
But he
up
still
against the
did it.
Jets.
Everyone else has played the Jets and didn't
Yep.
put up 9. It didn't do.
That's right.
Didn't do what Drake did.
35-3 in the first half, by the way.
Is ridiculous. He basically had those stats at halftime.
These Jets are getting worse. Anyway, mate,
I think Stafford's put together a better season so far.
Okay.
A lot of the time, this MVP
that's
voting.
big of you to say.
A lot of the time, MVP is based on, all right, what happened in the season and what's happened in the last month.
Yeah.
But Stafford's last month, or last week, he was really good. I'm sure today he'll be good. And then comes down to next week. And I know Doss has got his MVP voting. which I feel like was just done a little bit early because we submitted these votes before the weekend's games.
Did you submit yours too?
Yeah, I've submitted.
Have you got
mine.
yours? I want to read out what. Actually, Dos, tell us what you did first. Let's segue into that.
So what I did, I asked 100 of our listeners, content creators, people that we've had on the guests that we've had on the podcast, NFL accredited media,
Wow.
journalists in the US.
Are you going to release them?
I won't release who voted for what. It was everyone's anonymous.
Hey, but can you tell us some of the names? How many female NFL reporters did you message for this, Dos?
There's a couple. But there was
Cronin, Wolf.
There was a few.
Rossini.
There was a few. So I will go through, and basically you had to provide your first place, second place, third, fourth, fifth in the ballot.
Yep.
And then I tallied that up, and then had a point system. So for a first place, 10 points.
Oh.
Second place, MVP. So you person that you thought was second, 5, and then 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, so you put a heavy weighting on first. So 10, 5, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was the only person that gave Bijan Robinson a vote.
Were you really?
The only person.
You were.
He's got to end up the year with the most yards out of any player.
That's extraordinary. How many did you poll? Did you say?
100 people.
How many? You had 100 responses.
Yes.
100 responses.
Yeah.
Wow. Well done. And that's not just a poll that you press the button on. That's proper thought and a message and everything.
Correct.
Now, I'll give you mine, and you're right, Hawley. Mine's slightly changed, but not fully changed since Drake May's performance. In 5th, I had Drake May. In 4th, I had JSN. 3rd, I had Jonathan Taylor. 2nd, I had Myles Garrett, who is half a sack away from the record all time. And 1st, I had Matt Stafford. What was your order from 5 to 1?
I had, I can't remember. Do you have it?
You pretended he went to say it.
I had Stafford 1. I was trying to think.
You did have Stafford
1. 1, Drake May 2.
Hold on. Let me.
I had Myles Garrett 3, CMC 4, and Robinson 5.
Garrett.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Garrett.
So
okay.
Stafford, May.
So before
Garrett.
before the weekend, you had Drake May, and it's not a criticism. It's a question because I know a lot of people have this. You had Drake May ahead of Myles Garrett, who was and still is on pace to break the record for the most sacks ever.
Well,
do we underrate that performance? Shouldn't Garrett be 1 if he's like before the weekend? We all thought he was going to have 23, 24 sacks
works,
now.
is it? If you were to build a team around a player today, you're picking a quarterback first, aren't you?
But that's not the award.
It's not, is it?
No. Anyway, Dos.
Tell
us your data.
But then why was I the only one that had Bijan Robinson in their top 5?
Yeah.
He's going to have them.
That's a great question.
Out of the entire league, he's going to have more yards than anybody in the entire league.
You think he's been better than JT?
He has now, yeah.
You think he's been better than
JT had a good first half of the season.
Yeah.
And I think CMC could almost be the MVP.
Yeah.
He's had an unbelievable
It's not easy
year.
to squeeze that.
But Robinson's going to end up with an extra 150, 200 yards on CMC.
All right, Dos.
I'll go through from 10 to 1.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So 10th place with a total of what's that? Total ranking of 36 points.
Yep.
Was Bo Nix.
Okay.
2 first place, 3 thirds, 2 fourths, and 3 fifths. 9th was Jonathan Taylor. So 3 seconds, 3 thirds. 3 seconds, 5 thirds, 3 fourths, and then 9 fifth place votes.
I reckon give us the total votes until people tell us how many first places they got.
Okay. Trevor Lawrence is 8th, no first place votes, but he got 6 third and 6 fourths, and then 13 5 place votes for Trevor Lawrence. So, and he had 1 second.
Yeah. So you read out all the votes again.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Justin Herbert 7th on 63 total points.
Herbie. Any firsts?
Yeah, 2 firsts.
Were you one of them?
No, I was not.
Okay, just checking.
Christian,
hang on. That's got to be Chargers fans, doesn't it?
Well, it might have been Chargers beat writers, but that's not the point.
Some idiot has given
Hold
Jason
on.
Myers a first place vote.
Yeah, that's down the bottom here. I'll go through. There's a whole lot of 1s down the end.
First place vote, not a 5th.
Let him go.
6th place vote. 6th place overall.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
So he had 2 firsts.
That's fair.
5th place, Jackson Smith and Jigba. He had 1 first place vote, but then a whole lot of third, fourths, and like 18 5th place. So 98 points.
Yep.
4th, Josh Allen.
Okay. You didn't have Allen in yours? Did you vote in this too, Dos?
I did not.
Would you have had Allen in your 5?
I probably would not have.
Okay. And
And
he's come
Josh
fourth
Allen-
overall.
He has 2
Yeah.
first place votes.
2 firsts, 28 third place votes.
Really? So they're the guys, they're the people that have voted quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 164 total points. 1 point ahead of him. Third place, Myles Garrett.
Okay.
Oh, 1 point.
Yeah.
Holy dolly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
5 first place votes for Myles Garrett,
Okay.
which was cool.
So that leaves the top 2
Yeah.
is in whatever order is May and Stafford, right?
Yeah.
That's our 2.
Correct.
Tell us, Dos, who the predicted Outback quarterback MVP is for 2025.
With 69 first place votes,
Whoa.
24 seconds, and 4 third place votes, Matthew Stafford was the straw poll MVP.
So 69 first. How many did Drake get?
17.
So what if Stafford
Bombs.
the next 2 weeks bombs out?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well,
Ends up throwing 2 TDs to 5 picks in the next 2 weeks. Drake comes out next week, throws another 4 TDs.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that
Do
will
you
change.
think it would change?
Yes, it will. If he throws 3 picks today, like remember Brock 2 years ago? Brock
yeah,
Purdy?
against
Yeah.
He was
Baltimore.
flying and he had a shocking day and it cooked him completely. And
Yeah.
it was 1 out of 18 weeks. But
Yeah.
Who do you think's been better, JSN or Puka this year?
I thought long and hard about this. Puka slightly edges JSN on yards per game. I think second half Puka. I think first half JSN.
I think Puka would get him for yards and he'll play a game less.
You reckon he'll get him? Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
117 behind.
Where did Puka rate in that, Dos?
Oh, he's
What was he? 13th.
Okay.
Caleb Williams, Sam Darnold, Puka Nakua are basically all 11th, 12th, 13th, close.
Yep.
And then it drops right away after that to like Jordan Love, James Cook, Dak
Did you
Prescott.
send this to Quag?
Yes.
Is that why Pat Sertan's got a vote?
He did not vote for Pat Surtain. He voted for Nick Bonito.
Someone's
in
given
fifth
Brock
round.
Bowers second place vote.
Yeah. So we had one listener, Austin Kelsey, you. So he had Jason Myers as the most valuable player. And now as a king of the kicker fan club that you are, Kurt,
Mhm.
he had Myers as the most because he scored the most points ever
Look, it's great.
and that he carried the Seattle Seahawks, but whatever.
I don't think he carried the Seattle Seahawks. I think he did his job very, very well.
Yeah.
There is a ceiling, I think, on kickers. I love kickers.
Yeah.
There is a ceiling on the impact over. Is there a ceiling on the impact you can have on a season? Maybe that's not the right way to put it. There's a ceiling on the transformation of a team that you can make.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
Mate,
but I'm not sure MVP.
The Chargers.
Wait, I'm just putting. Look, oh, you go.
Well, the
you go.
Chargers don't lose if Cam Dicker
Correct.
kicks that field goal and extra point.
All right. Well, also, I'm not giving my number one vote for the MVP to a guy who's had 88.6 field goal percentage for the year.
Yeah.
Like we need higher numbers than that if we're going to talk MVP.
Like, I feel like it needs to be 100%.
Where's our boy
100
Trey?
I tell you what, you're right, Dos. If there's a guy with 100% field goal percentage for a year, he gets the MVP.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you got two. You got 2 Trey McBrides.
Oh, do I?
That's all right.
Oh, so
That's
Trey
all right.
McBride had a 4th and a 5th place.
Oh,
vote.
so-
Which he's had most receptions in the league and most
Mm.
TDs in the league for a receiver.
Gets lost within the Cardinals' performance.
Mm.
Yeah.
One other thing I'll say about kickers is I don't care about total points. Total points means nothing. It means you have a good
It's when they've
offense.
kicked them.
It means you have a good offense. They're giving you lots of opportunities to score points. So it doesn't mean anything.
To a point,
Yeah.
yeah. I think you need to look at things like game-winning field goals.
Yep.
Like 50-plus
Yep.
field goals because they're the important ones where you've got 45 seconds at the end of the second quarter. You grab 37 yards and you send your guy out there to kick a 59-yarder for 3 points and he misses.
Did anyone give Cam Little a vote for breaking the record this year?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Well, good one, Dos.
Yeah, I
No,
like it,
so that
Dos.
was
Yeah, very good work.
thank
Very
you to
good work.
everyone that
That's way easier than
participated.
doing our MVP voting. Just get everyone else to do it at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's the new formula.
Yep.
That is
So
the-
we'll do that.
what will we do it?
We might do that halfway through. So what we could do next season, do it halfway through the year, and then do it at the end of the year to see what the differences
Yeah,
look
nice.
like.
Like that a lot.
Stafford and May came up in 97 of 100.
Of 100, yeah. Not
Voters.
everyone had them in there, so there was, yeah,
As in
was-
they both came up in 97%.
yeah.
Nice.
So
Were
there
there
was 3
any that
ballots
didn't
that-
have either of them?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I think one might have. The other.
Not
Yeah.
even Austin's.
No.
Okay.
No,
All right.
even he had
Nice.
Drake May in his.
Let's have a look
Like
at
it does.
to week 18. It's a huge week 18. I mean, it normally is pretty big, but this is one of the bigger ones I can remember because we have 4 games really, or 5 games that are consequential, but 2 win and in playoff games. So we will start there. The Panthers at the Bucks to win the NFC South, and then the Ravens at the Steelers to win the AFC West. And obviously, the winners of these games make playoffs. We'll also talk about the conference clinching scenarios in a sec, but let's look at the Panthers and the Bucks. This is Sunday morning our time. Like I said before, the Bucks have lost 7 out of their last 8. The Panthers have not won 2 in a row since October, but this is the NFC South, boys. I know who I want to win. The Panthers. They have not won a playoff game, or not been in the playoffs since 2017. They have not had a winning record since then. They've fired 3 coaches in Rivera, Rule, and Reich, the 3 R's of failure at Carolina. Baker, we know he's been hurt, but he's also had a huge form slump, which you can't put all down to injury, I don't think. In the last 7 weeks, he's had 9 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and he's only been sacked 15 times across those 7 games. So he's been sacked twice a game, and he's playing that badly. The chemistry with Ibuka is gone. 253 yards in the last 7 games for Ibuka, 677 in the 9 before that. So he's gone from 75 per game to 36 per game. That's just a couple of small indicators about how badly this is going wrong for the Bucks. But can we trust the Panthers, Hawley, when they need to win a game?
Absolutely, we can, Kurt. Because as you said, they pretty well go win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, and they lost on the weekend. So
And are the Bucks favourites?
they're winning.
Tampa are favorite. I believe they are favorite because it's at home.
Well,
let me have a
Carolina.
let me have a look.
They're playing playoffs.
They're playing playoffs.
Lock it in.
And Bryce is going to be the most informed QB.
They were underdogs against. They were a touchdown underdog against Seattle too, and that didn't end up.
Well, that's true.
The streak ended.
This is impossible to preview.
There's
There's no way that you can pick a winner and be certain and accurate because, like you said, this Bucks team, what are they, 1-7? Their last 8.
Yep.
Like you put the Bucks team on paper and you say, oh, okay, the Bucks win. Obviously, like with what they've done the last few years, they're going to win. You look at Carolina's form and you think, oh, that week they were unbelievable. Next week, terrible. Week after, unbelievable. So it's just I don't know how do you preview it.
How did you preview it, Doss? So what were you thinking?
Oh, it doesn't have the stats
when you went through this matchup. I mean, I know you look at this as a game whoever wins this loses the first week of playoffs. But putting that
Pretty
aside,
much.
putting that aside,
Is this home field advantage? Is that where you roll? Is that where you move to?
I don't know.
It is so depressing watching Tampa Bay play at the moment.
It's really bad.
Like to watch this version of them to where from what they were coming into the season and the first 2 months of this season, the season is on the line and you're getting outplayed by Quinn Ewers and the Dolphins, whose 2 leading receivers were Greg Dulcich and Theo Weiss Jr. Like, come on. Like, that's what you got beaten by. And I thought, again, this was a team that I thought Baker was in MVP contention coming into the season.
Well, halfway through, we were saying you could win it.
We've blamed injuries a lot. The offense wasn't fit, and we've blamed that. I blamed it throughout the year quite a bit. Now the offense is fit, and I don't know what to blame.
You know, this was meant to be the season where a team wasn't just going to win the NFC South by default. You know, a lot of people expected Tampa, me being one of them, to win probably 12 games this season. You know, that there was enough there. We saw enough last season. The talent they had drafted in the offseason and what they went into, that a lot of people were excited about it. But, man, Baker just looks shot for confidence at the moment. Yes, he looks sore. He's underthrowing balls, but the passing game is completely cooked. They can't push the ball down the field at all. They can't do anything in the run game. 16 carries for 53 yards. Yeah. The run game and the screen game that thrived under Liam Cohen's play calling last season, gone. Non-existent. Not happening.
Who, by the way, has resurrected ETN's career.
Doing well in Jacksonville right now.
Yep. Well, I mean, they're the bad things, Doss. But who wins it, though? That's somebody has to win this game, and we know how inconsistent Panthers
with how
are.
both teams played on the weekend, and I know Carolina got beaten by Seattle.
They're still better.
Carolina will win this game.
If they produce what they produced on the weekend.
Yeah. If both teams play how they did
I just
on the
still
weekend.
don't trust that statement.
But then
hearing Carolina will win this doesn't fill me with confidence.
But then do you trust that Tampa Bay will win it?
No, not at all.
That's
Not at all.
great.
Question, and not to go, I mean, I'm straight back to the negative here. Todd Bowles is gone if they lose, right?
Definitely.
If they win and then lose wild card?
I think he's still gone.
Okay.
He would have to get
Well,
the
look,
NFC Championship game, I think.
We want a feel-good story out of this, right? And I think the only feel-good story is the Panthers winning and making playoffs because that's a win for them. If the Bucks limp through and make playoffs and then get blown up, that's not a good news
It's
story.
boring.
Yeah.
I
So
think-
let's go Panthers.
Agree.
Come on.
We want to see Carolina in the playoffs
We do.
because everyone likes to see this from a team.
And a reward for Bryce.
Correct.
Yeah, when we thought his career was gone. Okay. We're not trying to disrespect that game, but we have another game that is probably a little more enticing as far as what the teams can produce, even though they have been a little up and down, and there's a few big question marks over the Ravens and the Steelers. AFC West, this is Monday Night Football, Tuesday morning for us, the last game of the week. They played recently, Week 14, Pittsburgh at Baltimore.
AFC North.
AFC North, sorry, I wrote West. That's a late night error.
That's because your Chiefs are on your mind.
That's right, I can't let go. I can't quite let go. Thank you, Dos.
Normally
AFC
talking about them. Normally
yep.
resting players.
It's muscle memory, Dos.
Normally you're resting players and
Tell
you're
me,
just
yeah.
getting ready. Number 1 seed locked in.
Now we're
AFC.
starting Chris Ladakun, and
Yeah.
we're out.
Yeah.
Week 14, Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Pittsburgh won at 27-22. Lamar did play for Baltimore in that game. Will he be back from his back bruising this week? Surely,
Well,
Dossie's back.
Looking at John Harbaugh's quotes this morning, he wasn't
Not confident.
super confident that he would be available. I
Mm.
would be stunned if he didn't play, to be honest.
Yes, I think
I think they wheel him out.
You have to play.
But he hasn't
Lamar.
played well this season.
he hasn't. But, I mean, the other question is, can Henry do that again? Can you give him that much of a workload? On the Steelers side,
Probably
we know
can.
DK Metcalf is still missing.
Yep.
Calvin Austin, he's got the hamstring, so I don't think he'll be back. Frymouth, they can't win with Frymouth, Jonnu Smith, Scotty Miller, MVS, Adam Thielen, and Kenneth Gainwell as their receivers. I don't think they can win it with that as their lineup.
I don't think DK is the guy. He's good, but I don't think he's so important that he wins you a game. I think what he does, he's good enough that he allows opportunity for other guys to play around him.
He's the target.
He's the
He's
target.
at least the target.
So
I'm not
he's
as big
got-
Well, it
as-
would take the number 1 corner.
Exactly. So he's
Yeah.
going to take the best corner. The safety's going to cover him. So it's going to leave other guys open. I don't think Pittsburgh have anyone else on that team.
Yeah.
Everyone's just going to play man, or they're not going to be worried about an individual. Whereas with DK, they're worried about one guy. So Rodgers can target the other side or can target down the middle while DK takes the rest of the defense down one side of the field. So I think him not playing.
It's massive. We know, and
It's
we know he's
massive.
out too because it's a suspension.
Yep.
But one possible in for Pittsburgh is TJ Watt with this punctured lung from the dry
Was it
needling?
from acupuncture? Dry
Yep.
needling?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Went in too far. Extraordinary.
That's
That's
remarkable.
nuts.
Yep. But he is quite possibly back this week, so that's big for Pittsburgh. Yeah. What do they do? Do Baltimore just run the ball with Henry again, Dos?
Yep. They absolutely do. And I mean, how can you not?
Yeah.
Like there's no other solution right now. Snoop Huntley, if he plays, isn't going to give you a whole lot. You get a couple of plays out of him and Zay Flowers on a connection, but it's got to be the run game, and it's all going to go through Derrick Henry. And if he can carry the Ravens to a win and take them into the playoffs, that just further enshrines him into Canton
Now,
down the track.
the Steelers' run defense is above average. It's about 13th for yards
Yeah, they're all
and
right.
yards per carry. They don't concede many TDs. They're third least TDs, and they're equal third most fumbles caused. So they can knock the ball out. They can do some things, especially with TJ Watt coming back if he is. So that's a huge. That's the key matchup, right? If you've got Watt back on that defensive line and you've got them trying to run the ball, and then possibly Lamar being put under pressure by Watt in this defensive front.
I would rather see Derrick Henry in the playoffs than this Steelers team.
Yeah, well, Aaron Rodgers is the other factor here. Does Aaron Rodgers return to playoffs after this hiatus via the Jets?
I think it would be cool to see Rodgers in the playoffs.
I think it'd be cool.
I just don't think they have the team to.
Just don't have the
Do much
offense to
damage.
do anything.
No, exactly.
It's just frustrating to watch. Arthur Smith, the play calling in this game was terrible. It was a disgusting performance against the Browns. It was.
It was very bad.
I understand DK's not there, but let's just throw, little screens out to tight ends and running backs, and come on, man.
They didn't have
Can
much hope, though, did they? They had
Fourth
no
and
one
one
else.
to Scotty Miller. Like, can we get a bit more creative?
Scotty Miller pops up in week 15 of every season.
But
He's
that's
a
right.
different team.
It's the only guy they've got to throw to, though. That's what I mean. When you have to throw to your Scotty Millers, when they're your number 1, 2, or 3 guys, and there's no big number 1 to take the, to take the best defenders.
Pick a winner, Hawley.
Baltimore.
Doss.
Ravens preferred King Henry.
I've just got a feeling about Pittsburgh. I don't know why.
How do they score their points?
I think they lock it down.
And
I don't think they
it's
score
like
many.
13-10.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm
Well,
feeling.
what was the Browns game? Was that 13-6?
30-6, yeah.
Yeah, so
So flip that.
it'd be about that.
Flip
Yeah.
that. All right, let's have a look at the conference clinching scenario. So those two games were win and into playoffs. This is Seahawks at 49ers for the NFC. My gosh, Doss, what a game. Late Sunday morning. So we go from Carolina Bucks into Seahawks 49ers. That's very consequential. I mean, this is the game that you're frothing, Doss. These are the teams you want to see going hard at it for NFC supremacy. How does this go? What do we see?
Oh, the timing of it's brilliant. Like I said, we get the 49ers offense is peaking at the right time of the season.
Yep.
Brock Purdy's healthy. He's making some awesome throws. He's also extending plays with his legs, which is cool to see from Brock Purdy. He's not just sort of sitting in the pocket, and we saw a lot of that against the Bears. We spoke about Christian McCaffrey in the MVP conversation a bit earlier and how underrated, under the radar his season has gone.
Yep.
When you look at it, I think 2,000 yards, 2,000 scrimmage yards and 15 touchdowns again. Joins LaDainian Tomlinson as the only other running back to do that in multiple seasons. So he's awesome. But this is going to be a great litmus test for the 49ers offense against what I believe, is the best defense in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
And, what's Mike McDonald going to have in store for this offense? The defense of the Seahawks is so good, it doesn't matter if the Seahawks offense struggles. And it struggled a bit against Carolina. And we've seen that in the back end of this season, actually. The Seahawks have struggled a little bit in the run game, or the Sam Darnold passing game has gone away from them a little bit. But, man, and they still end up winning by 3 scores over the Panthers.
Yeah.
And Nick Imamwari continues his push for Defensive Rookie of the Year. He should win
He's got it
it.
sewn up now, isn't he, Doss?
He should win it. Julian Love's having a great season. Just top to bottom on every level of this defense. They're awesome. And I just can't wait for this game. I know there's the winning in for Carolina and Tampa, but this is a game that everyone's going to be watching.
Hawley, pick your winner, because this is intriguing. This sets up, obviously, I mean, it's a bye in playoffs that we're talking here, so it's huge.
Well, defense usually wins out, Kurt. Defense wins championships, right?
Okay.
But I don't think it does this weekend.
You're buying into the Sam Darnold wobbles, aren't you?
I'm buying into the 49ers offense. CMC, George Kittle back, hopefully, Doss. I think that the 49ers offense wins out this week.
I think you're right. I really want the Seahawks to win it. I love Sam Darnold. I want this to happen, but I have a feeling that the 49ers, they know what they're doing this. Well, do they know what they're doing this time of year? They've been around a lot. They've got some experience in those sheds. I feel like they get it done. But it's going to be tight. I think it'll be really tight.
Sam Darnold, 2 years in a row, week 18, fighting for the number 1 seed.
Awesome. Love that. And I hope it goes his way. You know what? Screw that. I have to send some good energy his way. I'm going to pick the Seahawks.
You've been on Sam Darnold since he was traded there to Seattle.
I hope he puts up points.
One of my rare good calls there.
I hope
that
he
I thought
puts
he
up
might
points.
succeed.
If he puts up points, but Seattle lose, then it's not on Sam Darnold. Like the Rams game, I know they won that 38-37, but if it's the opposite of that, then it's not on Sam. He did everything he could.
He needs to vanquish some demons. And it's only 1 year of that, but it needs to go well for Sam and give him some confidence.
It's the big game moment.
Correct.
Right? And he did against the Rams to an extent, but this is now number 1 seed on the line.
They lose this week,
Yes.
number 1 seed,
Yes.
lose first week of the playoffs. Where does Sam sit?
Oh, no, don't move him on again.
He stays in Seattle.
Does he?
Yeah.
It's the defense that's got it. Well, mind you, the offense is, second? Scoring 30 points a week. So.
I'm going to roll with the Seahawks in this game.
Okay. All right.
Go
Seahawks.
In a close one.
Let's look at one more game. Now, there are 2 games that can affect the AFC conference. Chargers at Broncos. If the Broncos win it, they win the conference. If they lose, and the Pats beat the Dolphins and the Pats win. So we're not going to preview Dolphins at Pats because we're going to just have a look at.
Because Drake Mail put up 385 yards.
That's right. We think we know the result there. But let's look at Chargers Broncos.
He's only had one 300-yard game. Tyler Shucks had more in his career, by the way.
His career?
Just yeah.
Really?
You just
Oh, Shucky.
go on.
Wow. Nice fact check.
Well,
there,
That's a
Dos.
niche stat for you.
Well,
That's a
that
beauty.
happens. It happens when your team is down.
That
every
is
week
true.
And you just have to sling it.
Yeah.
That's a great stat.
Yeah.
Look, I'm struggling to pick this one between the Chargers and the Broncos. If the Broncos defense gets on top of Herbert, they pretty much win it. And I'll tell you why. Out of the last 4 weeks, the Eagles, they sacked Herbert 7 times. The Chiefs, they sacked Herbert 5 times. The Texans sacked Herbert 5 times. In all of those games, he had 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Some of them he eked out a win. Some he was less effective.
So he's
They
getting
protected him
sacked.
against the Cowboys. He didn't get sacked. And he throws 2 touchdowns, doesn't turn the ball over, and they win it easily. Obviously, we know Slater, Alt, those injuries have rocked the Chargers season, and they've done very well to be where they are, and a lot of that is down to Justin Herbert's strength and resilience. But they need to find a way to protect Justin Herbert against the Broncos, Dos, because if they don't, he'll get sacked 5 to 8 times, and they'll lose this game. Is that fair?
I don't think Justin Herbert will be playing in this game.
Really?
No. I think the Chargers, who cannot move
Whoa, I didn't put that in my
They
notes.
pull him. That's a great
because
point.
the Broncos are 7.5-point favorites at the moment.
I'm just going to shut my laptop.
That's actually a great point. I didn't think of that.
I don't think the
'Cause they don't
Chargers
care.
will be playing any starters in this game. They might
Okay.
might lob out
Where
a
do
couple.
they go?
I was just going to say,
Where does
let's
it
look at that
sit?
playoff picture.
Yeah, where does it sit if they do lose? Who are they going to play against?
Because where are they at the moment in the playoff picture? They're
Chargers are a
slow.
6 seed.
So they'll get Jacksonville.
At the moment, they get
Is that right?
Yes.
they get Jacksonville.
Oh, back down there.
So if they
Oh,
Back to-
Jacksonville.
back down there.
so if they beat Denver, they probably will they move up to 5th seed?
Well, it depends on.
Only if Houston
Yeah, Houston
lose.
Okay, so you reckon they don't? Well, they don't need this win. Obviously, they've clinched playoffs. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Rest him up and play him.
You know what? I think they want to lose because
Okay.
they want to drop to the 7th seed.
Well, there's nothing to preview here, then, boys. If that's the case, have they said anything about that, Dos?
No, not yet. That's
Is it
just
a theory?
that's just my thinking. I mean, you're having a look at. I'm just looking at some of the Vegas lines for this week, so you can start to get a bit of an idea.
Okay.
But
What's going to happen? So if they lose,
yeah.
they end up playing. They drop below Buffalo, likely.
depending on if the
Buffalo
Bills win,
then they end up playing Pittsburgh.
when the Bills are playing the Jets.
Right. Yeah, they're staying. Okay, so if they lose, they drop to 7th seed, and they end up playing against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh,
Or Baltimore.
I'm in
Baltimore.
the room and I'm confused by these.
there's a lot of
arithmetic.
play, isn't it? You know.
Oh, let's move on to no brainers then. I think that's a good segue when we talk Bills and Jets.
That's one of the most interesting scenarios of the week.
Okay, let's see what they do. Do you think they play him, Holly?
I think I have to look at the schedule to see when they're playing. Are they playing late or early?
That one's on the late slate.
So they'll wait. It'll be a game time.
Yeah.
It might be a game time decision to see what's
Interesting.
going on beforehand.
All right, let's try and lock in 4 no-brainers. So the games that we think are easy to pick this week, and then we'll get James to give us our year tally and see how we went. See if we crack the 80%. Panthers at Bucks, absolutely no way. We can't do that. Seahawks at 49ers, no way. They're the 2 crackers on Sunday, our time. Colts at Texans. Do we go Texans? They're probably playing Riley Leonard.
Throw
the
them there.
Colts.
Yeah, Houston.
So Texans, we got them. Browns at Bengals. I don't think we can pick
Steer
one of
clear
those.
of that.
Saints at Falcons.
Bengals will win that.
Well, let's just see if there's 3 others that are.
Oh,
Browns just
okay.
beat the Steelers. Yeah, they're true. We'll dog hear that. Packers at Vikings. Even that's hard.
Clayton Tune versus Max Brosma. Here we go.
Oh, flip. I'm not touching that.
Here we go.
Tune and Bros.
Oh, because Malik's injured, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Packers can't move. They're not playing any starters in that game.
True. Titans. This is what makes this so hard this week. Titans at Jags. Well, Jags, obviously.
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah.
Jags.
Yeah. Anybody rested I should know about in this one, Toss?
Not yet.
Cowboys at Giants. Can't pick that. Cardinals at Rams. The Rams.
Can we put a little asterisk? Let's pick 5 games.
Yep.
And if we do pick a game where all the starters have been rested, it doesn't count because that's not fair for us, is it?
You want your mulligan. Yeah, I
we
think
get a
that's probably
mulligan
fair.
just in case.
Well, let's go
everyone's
Cardinals
rested.
at Rams. We take the Rams, obviously. Chiefs at Raiders. You guys can be smart asses and say Raiders. Wait,
A
no, who
tie.
did I say?
That's a tie when neither
Raiders
of them
need to
score.
lose
Yeah.
that to have the number
They
one
do,
pick.
yeah, that's right. So we can't do that. Commanders at Eagles. Eagles, as long as they play their
Yeah.
And
starters.
Pat's Miami.
And Pats.
They're our 5. Oh, the Buffalo Jets.
Oh, Bills, Jets. Yeah, we got plenty. All right. Well, we don't get a mulligan. There's no asterisk because there's 6 that should be no-brainers.
So
here.
we just take 6 and really have a crack at it.
No, we need to pick our 4 out of Houston,
Well, what if we pick
Jacksonville.
6 to get our percent? Go 6 from 6 to really get that percentage up.
Is that cheating?
Get the completion
Let's
up.
take a chance.
Let's do it because that'll bite us in the ass.
Yeah,
we know
end up
that.
going 2 from 6.
All right,
and
we're going all
we're
6.
below 80% for the year.
We've no-brained the Houston, Jacksonville, the Rams, the Eagles, the Pats, and the Bills. But if we're locking 6, we're not allowed to have the asterisk.
Okay.
All right? Ballsy.
Might as
I
well
like
put
it.
a multi on it as well.
I like it.
Put a
Now-
$1 on it.
Now, Dos, I was going to say there's only one way that we end the show, but there's actually 2 ways now because one of them is the emoji. Dos, we need an emoji for this week. So what are we thinking?
What's the
Do
biggest
we want a
game?
panther? Do we want a pirate for the Buccaneers?
I don't want anything
Seattle,
for the Buccaneers.
San Fran. There's nothing for San Fran.
Sammy Darnold. What about something for Sam Darnold to send in some luck?
Love heart.
A love heart. What color love heart? Maybe a navy blue love heart for Sammy
The
Darnold.
blue love heart.
Yep.
Wishing him some luck.
Yep.
A San Fran, and if you're a San Fran fan,
Red
you can do
heart.
a red. You can do a red heart. We'll let you.
Yeah,
know.
all right.
Yeah. All
Who
right.
wins? Seattle, San Fran, blue or red heart?
Yeah. Good call. Actually, that's a great way. Yeah.
if
Do
you
it
made
that
it to
way.
the end. Yeah.
Yeah. That's your
Cool.
prediction for the week. Put that in the comments if you made it to the end. Now, hold on.
Brilliant.
There is only one way, and I don't
There
have.
is.
Actually, let's see if
Let
I
me
can play
find
the
it.
music. Let's see if I can play the music. I got to get up off my seat.
He's going to quickly go off. No, I'm not looking at your screen there.
All right. Ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
What do you call a beehive without an exit? Unbelievable. Did I nail it?
I thought we would have a. That's not bad. That's not bad.
You got to laugh out of both.
Was
of
that
them.
out of a Christmas cracker?
No, that was. I spent a long time.
No, he
Looking
was
through my
yeah, there was a bit of browsing
computer.
going on.
Was he? Next
morning.
Christmas,
Mm.
can you bring some physical Christmas cracker
Well, I
jokes?
did. I had them, and I don't know. I might have even put them in my wallet.
Really?
My wallet's downstairs in the car.
Down the driveway.
Down the driveway.
All right. Well, look, that was a Jimbo-less episode. Obviously, no frills. No frills. There's no fancy presentation.
Oh
or
yeah,
anything.
we don't have our little.
Don't have the ticker. We've been
got
stuck
the
on
ticker
the
there.
Tickers
Oh,
there.
we've got the scores. We haven't got the other ticker with the
Right.
info. But yeah, we missed Jimbo. He's away
Where
on
is
a
he?
nice day trip in the Riverland.
a day trip.
with the family. Yeah.
Riverland day trip.
Yeah. They
Could
camp a
have,
lot.
picked any other day.
Well, he was originally going to go for the whole week camping and then shortened
I
it.
thought he was
and
away
You know
for
what
a
he
while.
said? He said that he was actually going to do the show and hadn't told me that he was going to the Riverland today. He was going to leave here at 10 a.m.,
Oh,
drive
what's the
3
point?
hours to Renmark,
and come back
and then
tomorrow.
come back tonight. And I said, dude, don't
That's
even
ridiculous.
worry about it. So
Yeah.
that's the levels that Jimbo was going to go through to do
Good
this show
man.
today. So that's
Good
why
man.
we said go and enjoy it.
And we couldn't risk, like, if he hurt himself coming up or down the driveway,
And he has
and
slipped
then
on
had
there
to,
before.
Hey,
too.
and then had to drive out the
We've seen
Riverland.
his ankle. I reckon
Oh, the
that's
ankle. Yeah,
delayed.
his
That's
ankle is-
delayed from the driveway.
He's he was
That's
no, he was doing a
delayed
nollie
it's
kickflip.
de-
You know he's doing a
It's
nollie
a delayed
kickflip.
concussion. It's
That
a
was-
delayed ankle roll.
That's
know what we could
exactly
do?
what it is.
You know what could be his ultimate recovery from from the ankle? He could skateboard down the driveway, and that
I wouldn't do it. For
Yeah,
him.
I
Dos
would.
nodded.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have Tony Hawk going down there.
Then he can go straight down
Bob Burnquist.
straight down to the creek.
Nah, I could end him. I could be.
It could end him. Yeah, he still hasn't seen a physio, and he heard a pop, so that's not good.
Oh yeah, ligament or something.
Yeah, he's gone. Anyway, Jimbo, hope you've enjoyed your day trip. By the time you hear this, you're probably on the way back.
Yeah.
But great episode, boys. Well done. We've got.
Kurt.
I mean, look, week 18. It doesn't get much more exciting than this
Mm.
stuff. I know you're excited. We get more excited for the draft. I know that, Hawley, and that's what's exciting about playoffs because it means player movement's almost here. But Suburban Brew, Monday, 9th of February. We will release tickets in the coming weeks. Make sure you keep that free because we will see you all there. Thank you, Dos. Thank you, Hawley. Have a great week. And we'll
Happy
see
New
you.
Year.
Oh, yeah. Of
Oh, yeah.
course.
Happy New
I
Year.
forgot. It's the last one.
What are you guys doing?
Cricket tomorrow
Cricket?
night.
Are you going to
We're
cricket?
going.
I'm
Yeah.
going.
You going?
Yeah, I'm
nice. My brother's house. He hosts us for
Nice.
New Year's Eve, so that's nice. The kids will play.
That's a bit of a drive for you, isn't it?
It is, but we'll be back by 10:30. But
Nice.
bail at 9. It's the kids'
Perfect.
New Year's Eve and then out of there.
Perfect.
All right. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for listening all through the
Mhm.
year. We've got, there's more to come. I mean, we've got a huge 6 weeks and then we've got all the off-season stuff as well. So we're not going anywhere. We'll see you in 7 days' time.
See you, fellas and ladies, if there are any.